Hey guys, welcome back to the Tuesday stream. We're back playing a little bit of Kerbal Space Program, and today my big aim, like I've been saying it for weeks now, we've got to open up the R&D port. Oh man, why do we keep getting distracted? SRWB and Sir Steve, welcome to the chat. How are you guys doing? Everybody on the video, hello, how are you guys doing? I hope everybody's doing incredibly well, no matter where you are in the temporal stream. Whew, did anybody else have the sky just open up on them about like an hour ago? Man, we've had the hottest weather ever, and then suddenly it's like a river falling from the sky. Don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed that. Anyway, we're going to look over here. I've realised that the best way to be making money is, of course, tourism. There's an asteroid visit over here. We've got asteroids in orbit. Take 3 Kerbals to an asteroid. 1.4. That's a thing we can do. Somewhere I did see flyby of the Mun with 2 tourists. Oh, it's gone. It's gone. No, don't do this to me. Land on Minmus with 2 tourists. That's a cool $250,000. We could definitely do that. I can't believe it just stole that one off me. So I'm gonna do this. We're gonna go find out whether we can take some tourists to a pre-discovered asteroid. The other thing that I wanted to hold a space camp. What do we need to do there? Bring the candidates into orbit. Crew pilot. Oh, is this just giving them some XP? I don't need to do that. I will take my Kerbals to the vast frontiers of beyond to get them XP. I don't need to be doing contracts to do that. I think we're just going to start with that one. To bring 2 tourists to low Kerb in orbit. What is it? How much is it going to give us for that? That's terrible. We can't do that. Flyby, multi-moon flyby. We've done that in the past. I was kind of hoping for a land on the moon. Bring 2 tourists to visit Monarch. It's still not great, is it? I think we'll be taking the Minmus one. Man, I wish I could force the Mun one. Do we have? So one of the great reasons for having contract configure is it gives you this little tab at the end here where you can click on the different contract packs that there are and see what's available to you and why you can't do the thing that you want to do. So let's try and see. Somewhere in here there must be something that's saying why I'm missing the mission. Tourist to a base, visit an asteroid. Maybe it's because it's decided that I'm on Minmus now, not the moon. That's kind of annoying because I really wanted to go to the moon. That's fine. We'll I mean, let's do that as well. We've got a lot of missions now available, and we can do them all. We're going to land on Minmus with 2 tourists, and we're going to bring 3 tourists to visit an asteroid. Now, we might very well have to send the tourists to the asteroid, to a brand new asteroid. I don't know. I've never taken one of these asteroid missions, so we'll see what's up with that. But hello, Steam controller. My Steam controller's on. What happens if I like? Oh yeah, okay, that's weird. This is my mouse pad. Okay, that's fine. All right, so I think I actually have a craft for the Minmus mission that we could just send. We won't even really need to know too much about it. Bang Zoom 2. It's a small, slightly upgraded version, and if we have a look inside the crew capsule here, we can have a pilot, and we can have how many tourists to? Oh man, we're gonna have to read in here. Dungy and Jengus. Dunny and Jengus. Right, cool. Dunny's a funny name. Just double check that those are the 2 we need. We're going to Minmus. Okay, I think we're good. I see no reason why this can't make it. That's a very wrong number. Where has this number come from? Let's bring that down to there and see. There we go. Much better. 5.2 kilometers per second delta V. We should be up and running pretty quick with this one. 4.6 for a landing. We could even come back. And the thing is, these are atmospheric levels. If we go to vacuum, oh my gosh, we could go to Juna on the 7.8. Maybe I've slightly over-engineered this. Maybe. So, does anybody have a favourite landing spot on Minmus? You know what? I think we're going to start a poll here. Where on Minmus? We're going to go with one of the poles. We're going to go with one of the flats. And we're going to go with a tall hill. I don't know whether those are all. There we go. I put the wrong poll down below. That's hilarious. Okay, you guys can choose whether you want to go see the poll. Okay. Anyway, oh, this is back. It's weird on my screen again. I got showed how to move this around last time though. If we go to edit and edit, we can pick these up and drag them around. Look at this. This was like mind blowing to me last time. I can't remember. Was it obscure reference that told me I had to sit there and think for a second. All right, anyway, we are going, we are flying, and we are ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Jenga's, I don't like the way she's dressed like one of the original crew there. I really need to start figuring out a way to restrict the orange suits to only my original crew, only the original 3. Poland Cannon to Minmus, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it looks like that's where we're going. To be fair, right now, I mean, the power of the spelling mistakes, right? Just typing where your brain is thinking about other things. Okay, let's have a look and check the fuel levels that we've got underway here. As you can see, they are all burning at what appears to be the same rate. But if we pin this one up, that was one of the side tanks, and then pin this one up, it's one of the middle tanks. You can see that actually they're burning at very separate rates. Turning the fuel flow off of this tank here, so that when we're in orbit, I can actually use that fuel to deorbit my central core here. Flight seems to be going well. Current periaps, you know what? I like to have this down here open as well. Is 26 kilometers. That's going pretty well. I thought it would actually be a little bit higher than that. Sorry, Appleap's height. I realised I said periap's height there. I thought it was going to be a little bit higher than that, given the altitude we're at and the speed we are going. But I don't know. Maybe I got something wrong. Should have staged ages ago. Look at that. I said I had to keep an eye on it, and then immediately got distracted by looking at other things. All right, beautiful. We are about 1 kilometer per second up in. Hello. Explosions up in the atmosphere here. Maybe there's somewhere else we could put these. Maybe put them both over there. Let's try this again. We're gonna spend time messing around with stuff here because I don't know. I feel like the layout of the screen is kind of important. That's one is much higher than the other there. I don't know if that's the way to do it, but there we go. We've got that. This fuel tank seems to be doing well. Apoapsis, we're going to go with 200. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. I've started not parking things at 100 kilometers anymore because it's getting a little bit busy there. It's getting a little bit busy. Ab maneuver. The calming sounds of the vacuum. Beautiful, beautiful. Kevin MacLeod again. I don't know if I'm saying his last name right. Is it MacLeod? Something like that. The problem is I've watched too much Grand Designs and Kevin MacLeod is in my head. So lived there rent free, you know. Let's try and get myself pointed down and towards my maneuver node over here. Hellwind, of course, a very, very basic Kerbal at the moment. I've been around Kerbin, been around the Mun, yet to land anywhere. This landing on Minmus will be her largest XP gain by the looks of it. Excuse me. Maybe even getting up to level 2. Yeah, Hellwind. A brand new pilot that we've got. Wow, that's a squeaky door. A brand new pilot that we got, so we're going to watch her career with great interest, as they say. Let's go. We're pointed in the right direction. We're looking for Minmus. Has anybody seen Minmus? I haven't even looked to see where we're supposed to be going for Minmus. Whilst we're travelling our way up there, it's getting a little bit busy in the Minmus region over there. Did you see all those lines around? We're going to set that as a target. And actually, you know what? That's pretty nice. That looks good there. Minus 4.2, so 4 degrees out of pitch with the orbital inclinations, but you know, that's cool. 43 seconds to go. I'm gonna speed this up here, and once these guys are ready to roll, I'm gonna go back and build a craft to take the tourist to the asteroid. There are several asteroids I say several. There are 2 asteroids in orbit around Kerbin right now, so we might very well be hopefully going to take them to one of those, and maybe whilst we're using. Yeah, I know exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to take the Taurus out to my largest asteroid, the one that is further in the largest orbit. And we are going to use the Taurus craft to bring that asteroid to the other asteroid. We're going to bring the asteroids together. That's what we're trying to do right now. Well, not right now. When we've got the Taurus on board. I'll take this burn. Is this a good burn? Are we in a good orbit? We are in a good orbit. Okay, Minmus all the way over there. The problem with that, as you can see, by the time I get up there, I think Minmus is going to be over here, and that's going to be some of the biggest inclination changes we need to make. It shouldn't be a problem. I have many fuels on board. It should be fine. but it would have been nice to not. You know, it would have been lovely to not. Someone did tell me the other day that is it the desert or the Woomerang launch site is the perfect inclination for Minmus. It can't be Woomerang. That's far too inclined. Maybe it is the desert launch site. Okay, so far so good. I wonder at what point the stage is going to kick out. So we're trying to get this one up to 40. Quick crash course for going to Minmus. Once you've got yourself into a regular orbit around Kerbin, if you are ridiculously out of alignment like I am here, you can hover over Minmus and you can see that it's got a 46.4 million meter altitude. So you want to get your apoapsis somewhere near that. I normally go for just about 45 because I've got another maneuver to do on the way and I can trim it much better after that. Now the other maneuver I need to do has to happen at one of these ascending nodes. That is the point where my spacecraft is in the same position as the crossing of the Minmus orbit, and that is the only way you can end up being exactly on the same plane as if you start your burn when you are on that point. If you stop and think about the geometry of it all, it kind of makes sense that is the only way for it to work. I wonder if we can pull this round a little bit. So I've noticed we've got a bit of a mismatch in our maneuver encounter nodes. There we go. I forgot the word encounter for some reason. I'm wondering if I pull this round, can I make those match up like that? Beautiful. Now, I could refine this more. I mean, we've gone up too high. I could pull that down. I'm almost certain the descending node here is a little bit out. But I might just leave this. Well, I'm not going to. But if you wanted to get to Minmus super easy, that's all you'd need to do. I am going to bring this apoapsis down to save me a bit of fuel. I'm no doubt going to lose my encounter. That's fine. That's something that happens, and you'll just have to re-trim it again and again. So if the descending node is over there, I mean, this might not even be in the right place anymore. So it turns out it was, but sometimes when you move this bottom maneuver node, the ones on where the descending node and ascending node are change a lot. Okay. Oh no, I clicked the wrong thing. Okay, all good. Oh, good. Let's try and drop this down here. Now, has this touched? It's not quite. So what I'm going to do is swing the descending node or ascending node. It doesn't really matter which one. So it's up at the top here, close to where these cross. You can see it's very close to zero. Very close to zero. I'm just going to do a final tweak and we'll accept that. Can I please get a final tweak and accept that? All right. I will do it with this graphical interface. I tell you what, the maneuver systems, look at all of this kind of like crunched in here. Karchoffer? Welcome. How are you doing? I'm just quickly trimming in a maneuver to get to Minmus. You know what? That one's pretty good. I don't know whether I saved myself all that. That's not a lot of savings at all, is it? Look at this. It's basically the same maneuver, but in a different name. I can bring it in. And it is saving me. Something like that. Going to Minmus. We have a tourist mission on the go. I'm trying to find the minimum trajectory to go with. Turns out maybe I'm going from just a little bit on the wrong angle. But you know what? 2 minutes away. I think we're just going to start doing it by the seat of my pants at this point because I do know how to get to Minmus very easily. Let me just pull this down here and see if we can't. There we go. Beautiful. There it is. That's the one I was looking for. 874 Delta V. We've only got 400 in the tank. It's not a problem. I brought another craft with me. So yeah, we are focusing on monies today. For the past 3 months, real world, I'm going to say, we have been trying to get the R&D department to up to top level. Hey, I'm actually trying to pitch back right now. Could we pitch back, please? Where's the controls here? This one. Look at me pitching. Is that maneuver editor from a mod? No, it is Kerbal 1.12. That's it. That's just the way it comes with the game now. It's great. Same as the alarm clock over here. That is a terrible place to put that HUD. This HUD though, this is a mod. This is from the Kerbal engineer. Gives you some extra information. But honestly, this one right here is the same as this information down here. So I'm not sure that we even need this anymore. I might take this away. It used to be very important. Not HUD 1, HUD 2. HUD 1 though, I feel like is still an important piece of information. We've got like the altitude, vertical speed, horizontal speed, things that you don't really get a breakdown of, biome and situation. So we'll keep that there for now. Anyway, 41 seconds to go. You have a non-updated game, hey? Okay. Well, I mean, yar. All about it. All about it. Is this a science save? No, this is a career mode save. A long-running career mode save. Let's have a look. Let's click on this button here, and I can tell you that we've been running for 9 years, 35... Let's call it 10 years in the Kerbal. We've been playing a Kerbal decade right now. That's quite good. That's quite good. Well, I've been playing this save, I would say, about 4 months now. 5 months now. Maybe longer, maybe less. I'm not good with times. 5, 4... 3, 2, 1, go. Hey Gus, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. We are basically moving our way onto Minmus right now. We're going to be sending these two tourists... Stage. We're going to be sending those two tourists up to Minmus to land with Hilwyn, who will be getting an XP boost at that point. But we also have a second contract to do today, where we bring 3 tourists to to an asteroid. I have an asteroid. Like, all I need to do is go and dock up with any asteroid. So that's fine. We can go do that. In fact, I will show you that. Look here, 2 pet rocks. There's a pet rock, and here's an unnamed asteroid. I want to get this unnamed asteroid down to that pet rock. And I feel like tourism might be the way to do it. I feel like that might be the way. And the reason I have asteroids is because the long-term goal is to build a space casino. This is modded, some of these contracts. I don't think the tourism ones are modded, but the space casino, it's a very modded contract. Watching my Delta V down here. What else? We need to send a crew to Moho. We do have the voyage ready to go and waiting for that, but our window is a little bit off. And Juna. I mean, who even goes to Juna in 2022? Tourism is vanilla. Yeah, I thought so. Hey, Mark, how you doing? Couldn't catch the last 2 or 3 streams because great holiday, terrible internet. How are you? And I got to watch this. I'll finish reading that comment out in a second. 3, 2, 1. It's probably still a terrible orbit, but let's have a look. How are you handling life right now? Life right now is incredibly well. I've just come back from quite an excessive music festival that we had over the weekend, but we also had quite a severe... It wasn't a full heat wave, right? It was only like 32, 33 degrees. But have you ever spent time in a field where there's no trees in 33 degree weather? Oh, man, that was... definitely an experience. We had to learn the meaning of heat safe. Like that is a thing. Can we bring these together like that? That's a terrible way to do it, but that's how we're doing it. Somewhere behind us there should be this. Oh, it's debris. What? No, not debris. No, I left fuel in the tank and everything. Oh, look at this. Switch to tell me you've got something. Tell me you've got a probe core on you. Excuse me. Can this fly itself? It's not got a probe core. It's an old design. Well, we'll have to throw up a parasite at some point. It's got a little claw on it and a small control system to come along and attach itself to that. I'm going to go back to our tourism. Let's turn all the debris off. Oh my god! I've been threatening this for a long time, but at some point we're just gonna have to spend some time going around and picking up debris. Right? Now, at any time, people are going to tell me that I can go to the tracking station and that I can go to the tracking station and look at this as well and just disable turn off the debris, right? The terminate is the word I'm looking for. Terminate the debris, because that one I probably will. But I don't know. I don't like I don't like life support mods, but I like doing this. It's a weird. I understand. It's weird. Okay, we're going to come along and make a new alarm. There's one of the best things about the most recent Kerbal updates. You can come along and just Kerbal alarm clocks in here. It's great. Ink, change, min-mers, tourists. Okay. Alarm. Brilliant. Great. This is still not the best place to put it. Where can we put this, do you reckon? We'll have to figure it out at some point. This little overlay here, it's a part of a mod, so we can move it wherever we like. Yeah. I'm not sure where the best place to put that is. I'm not sure where the best place to put that. We'll go back to the space center anyway. We got another contract that we want to try and knock out of the park whilst we can. We're going to go and grab an asteroid that is already in orbit around Kerbin with a couple of tourists on board. I'm wondering whether we can put one of the Mark 1 capsules on top of the Mark 3 capsule, put a claw on top of that. Then you have a pilot. Oh, do I have any pilots left? I might just be sending a robot. Spent 5 hours on a heap of concrete that they called a beach with no shade and no drinks in 35-degree weather in Corfu. Man, yeah, I've been to some of the concrete beaches. That's cool. Another rock pet. I've got many pet rocks. Two pet rocks, in fact. 2 pet rocks. There is a third winging its way back. But, like, it's in another year in Kerbal terms, which is probably another, 4 months in my gameplay style. So, anyway, this is my tourism pod. We could throw a whole bunch of tourists in there. No, not you guys, right? We're just the tourists, right? And then we can throw... I was thinking, no, not that one. Something like this, right? And then we could throw a pilot in there. But you might notice engineer. And I'm trying to make money, so buying myself another pilot at 132... I mean, that's not actually that expensive. It's not actually that expensive. Look at all these people. Jebediah is lost to us, forgotten forever. Don't worry about him. So I've got a lot of scientists sat in mobile processing labs at the moment. I mean, that's kind of expected. Got an engineer with Jeb. Let's not worry about him. Okay, asteroid capture crew. These guys are out of the captured asteroid. Bob, Durbert, Valentina, and okay, they're on the Indigo voyage, ready to go to Moho. Okay, that's what's. I mean, we could swing by and pick up Valentina. I might just buy one because I'm gonna make. Let's get Siri Kerman. That sounds great. Let's do it. I did actually just buy a pilot, right? I didn't just buy the wrong one by accident. Engineer, yeah, I thought so. My name just went nope. My brain just went nope. That was the wrong one. What are you doing? Burbles, Kerman. Let's do that. Neither courageous nor stupid. Great, but much like myself. Let's go over this way. Right. So now that we've got this, another thing that I've noticed that we've got access to, tiny claw. Let's just arm this. Okay, so that's what we're going to grab onto the asteroid with. No problem. So we need some sort of maneuvering type thrusters. Yeah, that's the thing that we could do relatively. Now, there's multiple ways of doing this. I'm not sure whether I'm just going to go. No, that's not the right direction. Ooh, wait. Oh. Also, I didn't want to press this. Symmetry around parent part. I don't know which one we want to have here. Let's go around vessel. So maybe something like... Will the cheetah engine fit well under here? Yeah, it's almost like it's built for it. Okay, that's nice. Do people like this little barrel shape? How do you feel about this? Let me know. I think we're going to roll with it. Yeah. This is... We need a name for the tourist to asteroids craft. I don't know. What does this remind you of? It's a great looking craft. I like it. I like it a lot. We're obviously going to need to add a whole bunch of stuff to it. Like we might even put a little 2 meter module inside here. But I think as things go, that's a good start. Parachutes. Before we do anything, we've got to make sure that people can return home. We're dealing with tourists this time. It doesn't really matter too much if we kill a member of the space crew, but kill the tourisms. Ooh, they'll let us know about it. There we go. Dr. Captain Subs Esquire the Second. How you doing? Yeah, good man. That's great. Good luck on my mission. Thank you very much, Kachofka. Hope you have a good whatever it is you're running away to do. Okay, great. So I don't need to do anything with this. It's very much just like this is. Asteroid sightseer. Yeah, there's a lot of E's there. Sightseer. I'm just gonna go with that. Wait. There we go. It's the new catchy app, right? Seer. Okay, right. Now, I'm going to put myself a small decoupler down here. Are we on the 1.8? That is a 1.8 size decoupler. Okay. Kendall, how you doing? You've been watching for 13 minutes, but was going up Pines Peak. You know what? Pines Peak. Was that autocorrect? So I used to play a bit of GT with Forest, Gran Turismo, and I think Pikes Peak is probably the only one that I actually remember. So, okay, let's. What are we gonna expand this out to? Like, does this? I don't know if this is the shape I want. Is this really what I'm going? I think this is what we're going for. That's fine. Let's go with some orange tanks here. I mean, are we going to do practically an SLS to launch this? I think we might. Let's go for this. Let's orange. So they've got like 5 tank. They got 5 engines on the underside, right? That's the thing they're doing for the SLS. This is tiny. Can't go with that. I don't know whether we're going to be able to replicate that. We can put a mainsail here. I don't have the gimbals. No. What's the engine called? The Vector. They don't. The Vector engine. I don't have it right now. That would have been what I actually need to recreate it properly. Hey, Just Nick, how you doing? I'm sure you're not Just Nick. You're an amazing Nick. And Cubic, how you doing, buddy? I didn't see you come in there. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. What's the biggest booster I got right now? Yes, that's what we're talking about. I think that's what we're going. All right, human rated spaceflight is a go. Wait, no, Kerbal rated spaceflight is a go. These ones, these are pretty big. I kind of like these hydraulic manifolds. Yeah, that's cool. There we go. It's probably the most realistic rocket I've built to date. I mean, look at the weird shape with the Starliner type craft on top. And yeah, okay. I feel like I've made a real thing here. I'm sorry. I'll probably let you all you down. How do I click on this tiny little part here? That was it. That was actually it. There we go. Beautiful. Pull that down. I kind of want to sit this at the same level as those. I don't know whether it makes any difference. Other than just try, I suppose we could launch. Wow, should we go like full legit here and put some like nose cones on and maybe even does that work? Like, ooh, no, not those. Hey, obscure reference. How you doing? How are you doing? I don't know what nose cones to put here. I don't know. I think that's probably the best we got. It's not quite the ones that I wanted. Ugh. Can we? No, we can't do anything with that. Okay, I think is this going to be enough? This is going to be more than enough. Wait a minute. Like that, bam! We almost like tripled out. Well, we added a bit to our delta V there. Something like that way around, and then use some launch. I never use launch clamps. Never use them. What is going on here? Something like I feel like for realism, we want to have launch clamps down here, right? And then the explosive bolts go off, they pull back, and everybody has a good time. The camera pans, and everyone's like well impressed. So yeah, obscure reference. Hello, how you doing? How are you doing? So asteroid sightseer. I feel like we need that C-R. Anyone know a better way of doing that? I think that's pretty good. We'll take it like that. So Burbles, our newest tourist pilot. What are we giving tourism pilots? Like these, this. I think maybe the black suit here. Yeah, let's go with that. This is our tourism pilot setup. We'll have to give oh man, I've forgotten the name. Hill something or other. The other pilot that we've got. We'll give her the same suit, right? Anyway, we are off. We are going. I might actually be putting this on a different launch pad. Standard science mission. No, today is all about tourism. We are going out. We are getting money. If a Kerbal can throw me a couple of 100,000 roots, we're going to take them there. Don't know about you, but I already see a problem. I am just going to power through. let's see how this goes. All right, we'll take off in. Oh wait, we need to see where we're going first. What is the least? Okay, I wanted to go to this one. Where are we at the moment? Oh, now actually is the time. Oh, this is good. We just launch southeast, right? Do people agree? We want to get to the yellow line. We are here. Already spinning a little bit, so we're probably going to want to go more south. All right. I mean, we all know this is going to explode first because it's a brand new rocket with some solid boosters that are not very well attached. We need to take this. There's other things I need to do as well. A revert flight vehicle assembly. I probably should have just launched that. But what if it had gone all right? Hey, what if it actually made it through the atmosphere? Suddenly I'll have to be dealing with this terrible rocket up in... hey, well, no. I wanted to pull this one off, thank you very much, so that we could come down here and go, hey, I need a sub-assembly. I want my 2-meter control unit, thank you very much. This will make sure that this central core can fly back to us once we have got this up in orbit. I don't know about you, I'm really doing my best not to debris my my space anymore. I don't want Kesler. Kesler can go away, alright? I really like the fact that when I launch a satellite, the chances are it will stay in orbit and not crash into stuff. Now, thankfully, Kerbal Space Program has like a frame rate to its physics. So if you try and smash two things into each other head on, chances are they're not going to happen because like things are moving very quick and the frame rates will move things past each other rather than intersecting. Those were the only two things I wanted to do. I think, though, we could probably do with some solar panels and maybe some lights. Maybe some batteries as well. Now, can I put this? No. That's not the full size. Can we put it in here? Does it change the profile too much? If anything, it looks even more like a portly gentleman. If I just put two little legs coming off of here, it looks like a businessman off onto like some sort of corporate dinner type of guy, you know. Yeah, the type of person that doesn't actually exist, but we all have that stereotype in our heads. Let's then put. I mean, do these retract once they've been? Does it tell you this part? No. Deployable solar panels, but redeployable? Around, especially the not retractable once deployed. Okay, all right. We don't want non-retractables. I guess we're gonna have to. Oh, you know what? I haven't used these. They're not gonna work here, but like, look at these. I think these are vanilla. I think these are the latest things to come out of the vanilla update. They're huge. Absolutely huge. All right. Anyway, as I was saying, let's get the things we actually need rather than just going off on weird tangents. I mean, I know most of you are here for weird tangents, but save launch. I think we're good. I just noticed that I have parachutes on the same stage as one of my decouplings. Now, this could be good. This could be one that I want to actually, slow stuff down and kind of bring my boosters to a standstill rather than letting them destroy themselves. But I'm not sure which ones. Okay, that's not good. There's no way we want it at all. We want it up in this stage here, so that when this decoupler fires, which separates the spacecraft from the booster, because these are technically solid boosters. I think of this as like the main booster, and then this is the spacecraft. I'm going to use different language at different times, but that's what I think. Okay, that's good. That's good. As we were saying, to the asteroid, this one. Yeah, just south and east. South and east. I don't know if I want to. Do you think I want to wait an hour or two? Do we have battery to wait an hour or two? I actually don't know. I'm carrying monopropellant. How very wasteful of me to not also have thrusters for it. But I think we're fine. I mean, this is where we're going to have trouble, like docking with the asteroid, right? Oh, I think we're going to have an alarm about to go off. I just got slowed down. All right, we need to, before we launch, we need to send our Minmus tourists onto a slightly different trajectory to make sure they end up at Minmus at the right time. Wah, 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 wah. The music in the background, this particular piece, I think, is some of the most evocative in the game. I played Final Fantasy VII through recently, and it reminds me very much... Oh, I can't remember the name of the town, the place where Cloud actually comes from. Nibelheim. Is it Nibelheim, or did he come from... Anyway, well, that little town, anyway. They always play this same haunting music when, like, things are going down and he's having a bit of a mental breakdown. And I feel like this one just feels like that. It's a bit weird to be hearing it in space all the time. Anyway, we've got 30 seconds to go on the countdown. So obviously I took that as an opportunity to finish my caffeine. I wish spin stabilization was a bit more serious in Kerbal, you know. But there'll be all sorts of problems. Because it's not, like, infinitely precise. Any deviation. Go! Just a thought. If rockets travel to become as popular as planes, would it even be possible for ultra-cheap corporations like Ryanair to emerge in that field? I mean, some might say that's what SpaceX is doing right now, right? That's... Alright, spin stabilization did not work. You know, they're compared to the Lockheed Martins and the ULAs... They are the cheap budget option that are trying to reuse everything and charge you for all the optional extras, right? Oh, did I just literally slam it in there just by following the numbers? Oh, yeah, that's what I'm about. Create an alarm. SOI change. When's it giving us it for? 6 days. Sounds reasonable. All right. After that small, ever so small interruption, we're going to try and click. Oh, I hate this. I try and do this all the time. Everything's right close next to each other, so you can't do it. I'm trying to click on the craft that's landed. There we go. No, not Cafe Addiction. What are you doing in there? So many craft. You know what? I might go back to the Space Center and do it that way. Let's just do it. We'll sit through the menu screen. Does anybody have any pressing questions? I mean, I really do see a very cheap, maybe not rocket travel, because rockets do require an excessive amount of energy, right? But I do see some cheap space options in our future somehow. Whether they're like a maglev that goes up the side of Everest. What's the name of that Peruvian mountain that's like pretty much on the equator? They might not even be Peruvian, but somewhere in South America that's like pretty close to the equator. It's one of the closest to equator mountains. It's actually taller than Everest if you measure it from the center of the planet rather than mean sea level. Which, you know, it's crazy to think like the different ways we measure mountains gives us different answers to which is the tallest. But, you know, hey, that's just about everything in life. Like, if you don't get specific, you just get a real wishy-washy answer. Okay, I think we're about ready to go. I've got a small marker on my map that tells me which way I shouldn't go. Yeah, okay. All right. No. 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Okay, nice. I'm just going to tip us over in this direction because that's roughly the way I want to be going. And we'll start to build up some speed. Oh, that beautiful moonrise in the background over there. That's what we're talking about. I don't know why I love this so much. Just like this weird over... What? No, where are you going? Hey, what are you doing? It doesn't fly very well. I'm unguided. Okay, there we go. I've got control again. No. I think maybe we need more fins. Yeah, it's too close. It's gone. I've shut down the main engine. We're gonna let the solids burn out, and woo! There were no survivors. I was kind of hoping the angle that I was at would allow some of those pieces. What's this one? It says that's the ship. Should we see if we can? Oh, that'll be the robot core or something like that. Can we swap? There we go. Oh, we. Nobody in there? Wow. That's a thing. I didn't realize how many space recordings took up until every video recorded. So, oh yeah, like recordings. Oh my gosh, I can tell you for a fact, take up huge amounts of room because they try and record it like lossless or whatever, right? And then even when you then like recompress it down, like one of my 40-minute videos will, one of my 20-minute videos. We're just going to recover this, by the way. It needs some fixing. We'll take up, half a gig? Something like that. Even, and that's like me trying to make it as streamlined as possible for upload. You might notice every now and then I kind of slightly overdo it, and there's a bit of pixels around the edge of the screen. Yeah. Okay. All right. We're gonna try this again and hopefully not kill the tourists. That's the big hope of our tourism program here. Like if we can have some happy customers at the end of it, maybe have a live stream or two that says how great we are. Like that would be amazing. Let's open this up. Asteroid Sightseer. That's what we're looking for. Okay. I feel like I need some funny acronym for sight, you know. Okay, I need some aerodynamic fins. I mean, little winglets. Little winglets are good. I mean, is this it? Is that all I need? I could probably see us doing with some more, but I feel like that's actually all we need. How about if I do this instead? We're going to put these two here, and then I'm going to copy the fins, not the solid boosters, and put these two over here. And then we've got like a weird little... I don't know why. I always like this design on my solid boosters. Is that the same distance? Yeah, I think so. I'm just gonna blame camera effects there. Maybe it'll be slightly different, but yeah, it looks good. Let's make sure we got everyone on board who needs to be on board. Okay, this is not good. This is not good. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. You go in that command pod, and then tourists. Okay, great. Can we give tourists some clothes? Is that a thing we can do? I mean, they got their own clothes on, but no, we're gonna make do with that. Make do with that. Launch it. Let's go. Oh, loading screen. Oh, loading screen. What secrets will you tell me today? None at all. Loading screens are never full of secrets. What is this? Why doesn't Kerbal have? What would you put in your Kerbal loading tips? I would definitely have something along the lines of orbits are not up, they're sideways. You know, something like that. Just some little things. Flamey end down, pointy end up. What other nuggets of wisdom have I heard over the years? It says target. Brilliant. Thank you. We should just be ready to go, right? The only thing that needed to change was the fins. So 3, 2, 1. Let's watch for that moon again. How about if we just kind of change our orientation? Have a little roll like this, and then try to pitch our nose down. Egads. That was pretty savage. That went pretty quickly. How about if we hit the fine control? So caps lock. You might notice that down in the bottom left here, I've got an orange and a blue. The blue is fine control. The orange is like your pretty standard. Push things heavy. It's nice to know that that's there, but uploading 7% 1 point. Oh, my friend, I used to have a less than 1 megabyte a second upload. It was 7 kilobytes, right? 700 kilobytes, sorry. Which is like, it was horrific. And yeah, I used to. I had to put my videos to upload overnight. There was literally 0 point trying to do it during the day. What am I looking for? Maneuver node down here. We can see some stuff happening. Oh, Baryapsis. That's nice. I'm going to actually bring down my throttle here because my apoapsis is already pretty high here. I don't know how far we need to take it up, but look, my descending and ascending nodes. We're already. Oh, we've lost. I think we're good. I'm going to drop those. Like, thank you very much for your service. You've done wonders. So I want to bring my orbit like down, all the way down this way. South is the direction I need to be traveling. I've got far too much eastwards velocity. I need to change that little vector. Look how much that is not in the right spot. I do need to travel east, but It's not great, is it? It's not great. Let's try it. Let's try it. We're just gonna look at the horizon. I'm not even going to be adding any more up right now. Not even going to be adding any more up. If we just get a bit more circular, be very happy. Maybe we should actually wait until we're a bit higher up. Normally just compress the video to hell and then send it to your friends through Discord. Yeah, I mean the problem with ultra compressed video is you're just watching squares at the end of it, and you're like, I could do better. Could do better. Yeah, this, talking of could do better, this is not great. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. I needed to have waited hours, another couple of hours in game, which I suppose technically in Kerbal it's easy. Just let it happen, right? I was speaking last week about the real-time servers that are running. I think when Kerbal 2 comes out, I'm definitely going to look to join one of those. Yeah, I think a real-time server. Like I play the long game for Kerbal. I really do. I've been playing this save for a while, and before we started this save, I'd been playing forever. Was there a swear? I mean, I think that's a bit locational based. Yeah, I never count hell as a thing. I suppose heck, if you'd like. Just doesn't feel like a naughty word to me. Oh, oh hell though. These was not supposed to be. This was supposed to stop. We need to see if we got fuel to spare. So this little tank in the top here was supposed to save enough fuel to bring the whole booster home. Turns out we were draining fuel out of it. That was not what I wanted to do. So whilst we're here for a moment, I'm just gonna stop and wait and drain as much fuel as we can. Loading screen tips. Engine efficiency is drastically decreased with your fuel when your fuel levels reach 0. Yes, drastically. Yeah, I like that one. I like that one a lot. Is that full orbit? We just made our way into full orbit. We have just made our... Well, I mean, close to... I'm now trying to look at where... Okay, here's my ascending node. That's good. What altitude? 1.9 million meters. So looking at the asteroid down in the bottom right of my screen. Oh, look at these. Oh, have I actually nailed... Oh, they're so far apart from each other and the different dimensions. Oh, that's that. It looked like I was gonna nail it. Oh, that's disappointment right there. Oh, can that up and sell it. That was beautiful. Okay. What did I say? 1.9. I might just run this dry. No, I'm gonna save it here. We're gonna drop this off. Drop the booster, take the spacecraft. Okay. Spacecraft has got forever to drift. Booster, I would like to set up a maneuver node, like all the way out here, because believe it or not, this is not where the spacecraft is going to be busy. The spacecraft is going to be busy. I mean, can we actually land it? Is that a thing we can do? Not the KSC, it turns out. That's a shame. I bet if we waited another orbit, we could. Do I... Oh, round. Oh, that's pretty close. That's getting closer to where we can start fiddling with it. Not that way. Not this way. Oh, it's pretty good, but I think that's the best I'm going to handle. And you know what? Oh, it's too much fuel anyway. I don't have that much fuel on me. How much fuel do I have on me? Oh wait. Okay, let's cancel this maneuver node. We can only do the most basics. Add maneuver. Oh, I know why. Oh wait. I know what's happened here. It's because I turned off the flow from this to stop it being used. So if I do that, we should have a whole bunch more. This is why I saved that fuel in such a way. Yeah, much better. I can do whatever maneuvers I need to now. We could come crashing down to like this. Top tip. don't come back through the atmosphere like this, look at that little red line there. You're never going to stop in time. Like, never going to stop in time. Okay, so I've got a lot of delta V to deal with. What I'm going to do is create an alarm. Could you please just stay in place? Thank you. Create an alarm at apoapsis. I'm going to be like boost return, and we'll just see what's available to us when we're up there. If I can be fancy, I will. If I can't, I won't. Simple as that. All right, spacecraft needs to match up with this asteroid. I'm sure this is something we can make happen in only a few orbits, maybe even 2 orbits, if we can make it happen nicely. I mean, look how close these things are together. I don't like the way. 5.9, 3.4. I don't like the way I can't see both of them at the same time. The maneuver node and what the ascending node said. Could you please go away, man? 1.4. I just want... Yeah, okay. We'll just do that for now. And I'm sure by the time we get back to here, we can make some changes. I don't know about you, but I don't like the way this bulges out. If I pull this in, if we spend some delta V to change our orbital inclination... Well, it's not. It's changing the argument of periapsis, right? Where the periapsis is relative to some arbitrary angle. I've never quite understood it. And you know what? I'm going to do second year astrophysics next year. I should probably figure out how to understand that. Okay, we are pointed at our maneuver node. Okay, that's cool. Just for completeness, I'm going to create another alarm, a maneuver, and this is destroyed ink. Okay, right, add alarm. Yeah, I hope that was the next one to happen. All right, so let's watch Kerbin. Bye. Chuckoffer. I'm going with Chuckoffer. How are you doing? Welcome back. Welcome back. There's our booster. That's cool. So we are now out at the orbit of this asteroid. These are the tourists that I think you saw us launch on the way up, on their way up to Minmus. Man, got too many L's in my language there. And these tourists are going to this asteroid. They wanted to go to an asteroid. I was like, you know what? I got asteroids. We can make this happen. In 40 seconds, I'm about to make a bit of an inclination burn change to bring this blue line a bit more in line with the dark green line, but actually perfectly in line with this light blue line. Is the engine the most expensive part of your rockets? Generally, yeah. Well, I mean, other than the Kerbals on top of them, they're pretty expensive as well. I think, like, when it comes to rockets, the 2 extreme ends are the expensive bits. The engines and whatever you got on top, right? The bit in the middle, the fuel, the tank, whatever, you know, that could just be like... I should imagine now... on that booster, the control units that I put on are probably a bit more expensive. They've got like robots in them. They've got solar panels, SAS units, stuff like that. That's all quite expensive. And eventually I'll start putting RTGs on them. Sorry, I've suddenly got hiccups. I'm trying to deal with that and talk at the same time. It's a bit awkward. All right, two seconds out from our burn time. I'm actually going to start burning early. One thing, like, watch, it's counting down. It's counting down. I have learnt about this game is that start burn time, full of floating point errors. They just don't know what they're talking about because they are physically incapable of knowing exactly what the number 1 means. So we're gonna roll with this weird fuzzy logic that comes from computers, and we'll go with that. This burn is going to be a long burn. I still like the look of this craft. I really do like the look of it. I'm not sure about the little engine skirt that's here, but you know we'll accept it. We'll accept it. How are we doing? I'm just gonna burn to about there. Oh, it's looking good. It's looking good. So this must be where we can start. Oh yeah, look at that. Where we can start thinking about how we're going to bring these. Yeah, bam. I told you we could do it in 2 orbits. Oh, I want it to be closer than that, though. Let me get rid of this alarm clock. That's not very helpful. If I press tab, yeah, we go to a maneuver. We have to do an inclination change as well. And I think if I do that over here, after we've done that one, we can then bring them even closer together. Oh, look at this. Let me click this. We can watch that number 37. Oh, that might be the closest we can get them. Okay, this a 30-kilometer intersection. We can definitely fly in to each other at that point. Or I could just tweak everything. No, I'm not. We're just going to go for this good enough attitude, and then we can make it much, much tighter when we get around that. Okay, 22 minutes until the burn. I know that we don't have any more alarm. Ooh, 13. I was about to say I know, but it turns out I do not know. So we're going to start another maneuver node. This is Roy Trim, of course. What else would it be? Add that. Cool. Gravitas works by grabbing the transversal velocity of a planet. Like, kind of. It's actually about... It's a weird frame of reference thing. So, when you drop in and out of a gravity well, you know, you got to come in the right way and the right out. Yeah, I'll be honest. It's too complicated. But yeah, in essence, you are stealing the orbital velocity of the planet, but it's on such a tiny scale. Such a tiny scale. You switch to. The Beady Penguin attaches heat shields and parachutes to the engine as opposed to the entire rocket. That's a good way to go. That's a good way to go. Beady always did have good ideas. Yeah, I tend to just bring all this back, you know. I suppose if I just put this part here between the engine and the tank, that would also do the same job, and then we'd have all of this litho crushing. Capability. So has my... I'm just going to press that. We're just going to make sure my parachutes are deployed. Yeah, gravity assist. You've got to go in and come out in the right way, and you end up adding the planet's speed to your own because of the weird way that vectors work. Is the only way I know how to explain it. There's obviously like a more natural explanation, like you're being pulled by the gravity well and stuff like that. But at the moment, I'm deep within cosines and tangents, right? Like. Okay. Do we want to do anything other than just bring this back in a real like savager fashions? I think we're just gonna be savage. I'm just gonna say, hey, can we? Yeah, we're flying back now. Okay. Where's my parieps? There's my parieps. We're gonna bring it down to 20. We're gonna come back savage. Savage. 37, 35. 31. Look at that. That's not too far off of the desert launch site. Do we just go with that? Do we want to land in the crater? Look, it's the crater. I kind of want to land in the crater. There we go. We'll. I might aim for the middle island if I can. There's always cool stuff to do. I'm going to add this maneuver, but it's not actually to be a maneuver. It's so that I can make a new alarm. We definitely need to move this. This is horrible, horribly in the way. Boost return. Man, the price of a fully reusable space program is you're always doing stuff. Like always doing stuff. Where's the Kerbal engineer? Let's grab this again. Bottom right? No, we get Kerbal's bottom right. Maybe here. Maybe. It depends how many engines we have on the go at any one time. But let's try that. Let's. Nah, it's still terrible. I'm just going to turn it off. You know what? I might end up just getting rid of the Kerbal engineer. Most of the information I need is available in game nowadays. It's not as bad as it used to be. So I might just leave it for now. This is literally the one I just did, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that. Roy Trim. Okay, let's jump over and let's make that happen. We'll watch the boost return in a moment. I do not have my watch on. I have no idea what time it is. 7:15. Okay, cool. All right. Maneuvers. I see no reason not to just hit this button. We're gonna go straight into the future. 14 minutes past with a blink of an eye. I say a blink of an eye. Actually, I've been talking for a little while now about how we're going into the future. I would say that we've had several thousand blinks of eyes. I mean, how many times do you reckon you can blink your eyes in a second? Maybe 3, maybe 4. I don't know. It's hard to tell when your brain just kind of shuts down your visuals when you blink, right? It's really awkward. Really awkward. Okay, let's try and point in the right direction. No, right there. Right there. We're going to wait for this time to count down to the right time. Again, I don't like to get right down to 0. Like within 5 seconds is probably good enough. 3, 2, 1. Fast countdown, right? Go. And this should match up pretty well. I'm just going to kind of move around a little bit to try and keep with this. Turning my throttle down as and when is necessary. In fact, right now I've got it on a very thin trickle. Okay, that's good. That's very good. Next node in an hour's time. Man, could you imagine? So are people hyped for Artemis? Is that tomorrow? I see that's being posted for. Are people hyped for the Artemis launches tomorrow? Obviously, it's the start of the unmanned missions, the ones that are going to just like prove that we can do what we that NASA can do, what they say they can do, right? I'm actually pretty up. So the Keystone mission, Capstone mission that went up a couple of weeks ago. In fact, it's still has it arrived yet? I did not look up about it. I only just thought about it actually. Roid. We'll go with redirect again. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I'm constantly in awe what SpaceX are doing. The Falcon and the Starship are unbelievable concepts. But the Starship maybe not so much. But the Falcon is very much a let's stay around Earth thing, right? Whereas Artemis is looking very, very strongly beyond that. They only want to go to the moon, but they want to go to the moon as a stepping stone to further. It's the scientists realizing that funding has to come in stages. Yeah. So all right, but the boost return is the only thing we need to do now. So let's it's the only thing we need to do for the booster. So let's go and watch that. So yeah, I'm really, and I feel like not many people know that a lot of the like the Capstone mission that launched last week, last month. I'll have to look it up again. That the missions are actually already going, right? That people don't realize that there's already been a robot sent to orbit around the moon in that funny orbit that the Gateway station's going to orbit in. I don't know why I'm trying to point this towards anything. That's not how that works. Down here, we're just going to dive into the atmosphere here, because I don't know about you, but I didn't even really know Keystone, I'm gonna have to look it up, was going on until YouTube told me, of all things. Do you understand that YouTube is one of my biggest sources of space news? That is ridiculous. Like, what a world do we live in here now? Capstone Moon. It was Capstone. Okay, good. So I mean, Capstone was like, was it a CubeSat or was it a regular? Yeah, there I can see a picture of it here. It was like a briefcase-sized little robot that they've just sent up to go and orbit around the moon, just to make sure that this crazy near rectilinear halo orbit, something like that. Actually works, because it's all good working through a bit of tensor maths and making sure that your general relativity is right, but until you actually put something in the orbit and make sure that, I don't know, Jupiter isn't going to pull on it funny, then you don't really know, do you? You don't really know. I see a lot of people saying that on Reddit and stuff like that, and I think they're trying to discredit the science. It's like, I got into a conversation about inflation earlier today, and people were like, oh, where did all the electrons and protons and everything come from? And someone came in with some talk about the quark gluon plasma, which is like what existed, what happens if you like boil protons too much. The protons disassociate into these quarks and the gluons that hold them together, and it all just becomes this horrible plasma, right? But what happened before then? And Alan Guth, a very, very smart man, theorized that inflation was the thing that happened there, right? It solved a lot of things at once. Like when we look out at the universe, why does over there look roughly similar to over there, right? How did those two parts of the universe know to look the same, right? The reasons why that shouldn't be. And he was like, well, you know, back in the very original seconds of the micro femto whatever seconds of the universe you want, everything was infinitely small, and then it expanded out. And I was like, okay, great. Well, what caused the expansion? He's like, the inflation field. Okay, yeah, you need fields for stuff. Fair enough. But how much energy would be in that field to make the universe expand like that? It must be huge. And then suddenly it stopped. And maybe that's where the quark gluon plasma came from, because all that energy suddenly got turned into matter. You know, the classic E equals MC squared stuff, right? And people like, yeah. Not gonna lie, I thought you were talking about economic inflation. I mean, it's the same runaway process, right? God, could you imagine someone inventing economic inflation? I got an idea, guys. I got an idea. Let's make the money worth less. Man, could you imagine if they actually made money worthless? Oh, it'd be great. I should probably slow down a bit. Oh, I can't because we got this no probe control. I can't even tell it to fire its engine. We're in it for the long haul now. I'm noticing that the overheat and temperature was getting pretty toasty, but I think we're all right. I think we're done. Maybe we're experiencing the Big Bang again, but worldwide. Yeah, maybe. That's a good analogy. Good analogy. The thing, like any exponential process, growth in general, right, is gonna look like an absolute nightmare to the people that are experiencing it at right that point. But like, if you go back to the Victorian times, they would also have thought that their growth was an absolute explosive nightmare, because that's the way exponential works, right? And it was, but at the same time, compared to what we're used to, it wasn't, right? And then in another 100 to 200 years, the mad explosive growth that they're going through will look like that will make us look like nothing, right? The exponential is a weird thing. If you go and, all right, Mark, have a good time, man. Have a good time. If you go and look at a graph of e to the x, that's the exponential curve. E's just a funny number. Don't worry about it. It's funny because it does funny things at funny times. All right, it's its own derivative, if you know what that means, which also means it's its own integral. But more importantly, it has this weird behavior for growth, and you can zoom in at any point on that graph, and it will look like itself. It's got this weird fractal nature to it. Hello, middle of the void. How are you doing? Welcome to this unusually deep re-entry that we are experiencing right here. Any science questions you want to ask? I'll take a stab at it. I specialize mostly in astrophysics, but I've just finished my first year of a general physics course, so it's all good. Well, this is where I wanted to be. Unfortunately, still no probe control, so I am not flying over to the central island of the crater here. Okay, we have control. I wonder if we can fly. I'm gonna try and point prograde if I can. Ask the robot to try with all its might. Where are we here? We've got the electric. I don't see why we shouldn't be able to do it. I don't know if we got any SAS units on here. I might have to just engage yon rockets. Parachutes. I mean, this is good for an automatic system. I did kind of ask it to be an automatic system. We'll let it fall down. We'll let it fall down. Okay, so anyway, so this guy I was in a conversation with on Reddit, after explain, he was like, So someone was asking how the expansion of the universe works, and this guy was like, "We don't know. Nobody knows. What a silly question. Why do we even probing these things?" I was like, "Well, honestly, mate, do we know how electricity works? Like, does anybody know how electricity works?" I would suggest that no, not a single person on the planet, now or ever before us, understands how electricity works. I think all they can do is explain what they've observed. And somehow these weird, crazy theories have got us talking on little bits of class across the entire world, discussing the finer points of how the thing we're talking on doesn't really work. I like that. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy. And somehow that's good enough to use, but talking about the inflation of the universe isn't good enough based on the observational facts. It struck me as a bit weird. Anyway, we got further to fall. Yeah. I never know whether I should reduce the number of parachutes so we don't have to wait so long, but then we're at 5.4 meters per second, right? And that's I mean, I don't know. I can't remember what the impact tolerance on the mainsail is. I know it's not huge, but I also know it's not. Oh, hey, there was a moon down there. I'm fairly sure. Please, parachute, save my tanks. And we're all right. Okay, that's fine. We'll recover that, but we recover that. There we go. 2 missions still on the go. That was just a launch. Wow. Okay, so far the pole for where we're going to land on Minmus seems to be one of the poles. Badly spelled pole. Yeah, okay, north or south, I think we're going to have to talk about next. Are we going to go to north or south pole? We're taking tourists, so we can go anywhere we like. 16 votes though. That's nice. Okay, good, cool. Did we get money back from that? 12 grand. Well, woo, money. Let's call it 13. Let's recover all my launch pads. This is what we're here to make some money, right? Make some money. Tracking station. So one of these missions is going to earn us $500,000. I think the other one is going to earn us a third. Should be good, right? Should be good. Let's have a look in the actual mission layout here. It doesn't tell us here. So we're currently bringing 3 tourists on a visit to an asteroid. This asteroid right here. No, that asteroid right there. One of the asteroids right here anyway. So let's go back. Look at all my vessels at the moment. To this one over here. It's the one with the shorter mission. But the loading screens, guys. Oh, the loading screens. If there's anything I wish Kerbal 2 to improve, it's the ability of the loading screen to not get longer and longer as my stream goes on. Make me very happy. It made me exceedingly happy. Okay, the Roid redirection does appear to be the next thing that we have on our list. I mean, I could go and start another mission, but I don't think that's the way forwards to you. Let's try and get these 2 that we've got up and running underway. So, you might be able to see what I'm trying to do here. Here's an asteroid. Here's a craft. We could get the 2 together at the same place at the same time. A bunch of tourists are going to pay me a bunch of money. These tourists here. So that should be... Bring the tourists to an asteroid. Wait. Sorry. So, is this saying it's done? I'm not happy with that. I am not happy with that at all. At least it isn't Fallout 4 fast travel loading times. You know what? I've not actually finished Fallout 4. I've not even started Fallout 4. I've watched my mate play it a few times, but he plays on the PlayStation, and that's you can't really compare, unfortunately. As much as everyone wants to say that same thing in different boxes, they're kind of not different architectures. All right. Anyway, 20 seconds to go. 20 seconds. What are we going to do? I'll tell you what we're going to do in 20 seconds. We're going to time warp down to 5 seconds. M, are we ready? I'm going to go! That was really quick. Okay. I want to see our approach. No, 19.4 is less than the 30 I was promised. Oh wait, this is good. I'm gonna take this. Let me once again look at my alarm clock here. Nothing going on for 5 days, so we can just move straight on to trying to match up with this asteroid. Am I able to see it? How far away? Distance. I should be able to see it. Where are you? Hello? There it is. There it is. Maybe that's why we've already got the mission, because I'm actually within... I mean, I'm gonna go meet it closer. I presume you guys would like to see the asteroid, all right? If we spent all this time getting here, I don't think this little green box in the background is going to be good enough. Do you guys think it's going to be good enough? Warp here. Okay, crash course in Rendezvous. If you've managed to get this to about this sort of situation here, it's time to change your little nav ball here to your target mode, and we're going to start trying to bring ourselves in closer. Now, there's a couple of ways you can do this. I'll show you the easy way first, and then I'll show you the efficient way afterwards. So the easy way, you can see that like we're drifting towards or away, whatever, at 56.2 meters per second. Let's just stop that. Like, let's just make it so that we are the same speed. Okay, we match orbital. I don't want to say all orbital parameters, but we're matching speed and direction and stuff like that, right? You know what? I think this 0.5 is probably good enough. But you look how that's drifting away, despite the fact that I'm not doing anything now. This is because, like, circles, man. There's two circles and they're not totally matching with each other, so things are just going to drift apart. And if I let it drift further, you can see the speed is changing and stuff like that. So that's just a little observation. Sorry, I didn't really have anything to do with actually getting there. Once you get down to as close to 0 as you can be bothered, you can point towards this little pink circle here and start flying towards it. And you can see that's already started bringing that number down. That's beautiful. But there's a long time to wait. Look at that, 18 kilometers, about 18 meters per second. That's 1,000 seconds. I mean, 1,000 seconds is a long time. Actually, that's not as bad. But if you were like, let me just fly over here a little way more, just to throw it off a little bit. But if you find yourself closing in and you couldn't get a perfect little match like that, you can do some other things. So say that I was flying at hundreds of meters per this. It's just like I'm just gonna like crazy my orbit up a little bit, just spin it around so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so now that I'm just kind of flying randomly, I want to slow down relative to the asteroid, but I don't want to stop myself, because that's really inefficient. To stop, turn, start flying again, really inefficient. Notice how I've got these two crosses, and if I look on the other side, they're two circles, the pink and the yellow ones, right? You ideally want them to line up. Now, this circle, the yellow circle, will pull towards whichever way you're burning. You see how it kind of comes towards, whereas the cross will go away. So whether you are too close or too far away, you decide whether you want to slow down or speed up. So say I want to speed up, I'll see this the yellow circle here, and I'll go the same distance past the pink circle and start burning towards. And you'll notice that it will bring it down. Now, I've also just noticed that I'm really close. So what I'm going to do is actually come to the crosses and do the opposite. I'm going to go from the pink to the yellow and about the same distance beyond and start burning. Look how fast that's moving away. I can chase it, and it goes on top of the pink. So that's kind of my big tip. If you want to try and bring these together without actually stopping, you can do it just by kind of pushing this. I tend to push the cross around because I don't want to go ripping past at kilometers per second, right? Even though I will anyway, because I'm just bad at the game. All right, there we go. Line those up. So about less than 10 kilometers when I want to be moving less than 100 meters per second. At 100 meters per second, 10 kilometers will disappear in literally 100 seconds. It's over a minute, but it will happen quicker than you think. Like 100 meters will disappear in, it's good. It's good. All right, we're all good. We're all good. I'm just gonna now watch this number countdown. Biggest thing about space flight and docking and trying to do any of these precision maneuvers is patience. I hate it. It's so hard for me to do, just to sit here. So occasionally you can time warp, but at these sort of ranges, the time warp is dangerous. You can very quickly end up too close, going too fast. So if you're not streaming, I highly recommend you just go make yourself a cup of tea or something, all right? But if you are streaming, time accelerate. and then try and keep. You see how I'm now burning the yellow circle, the yellow cross back on to the pink cross. I try and like look as close as I can. Let's do another thing to help here. If I bring all the way down, nav ball scale. Whoop. It might be a little much, but I'm looking, trying to get that middle of the cross right on that dot, and wherever I feel like it's beyond, I just kind of move myself that far away, you know. So we're coming in real close now, real close. 1.8, 1.7 kilometers. I'm gonna shrink that ball back down. It's great to look at, but let's bring that back to about 74. And almost all this UI is tweakable, by the way. I don't know if you guys are aware that Kerbal actually gives you like this huge range of options with all the stuff. Whenever I do little things with the nav ball like that, people are always like super surprised, and I'm like, it's not a mod. It's just part of the game. You should dig through your menus. You should probably dig through your menus for something called advanced tweakables. If you don't have advanced tweakables turned on, you're missing out on a lot of construction options. You might have heard people talking about auto strut, and maybe you've been like, well, I don't have auto strut, it must be part of a mod or something. No, you need to go into the game settings, and in there is a advanced tweakables option. Okay, 24 meters per second. I think I'm going to slow myself down to 10 meters per second because we are 100 meters away. Here's my second rock. Isn't it nice? I don't think we're going to actually be able to change its orbit. It is huge compared to my craft, and I need to get home. But 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. Okay, we're pretty much stationary. What are you posting up there, Apollo? Is it obscure? Yeah, Apollo is obscure. What are you posting there, man? I just saw my Discord flood with pictures. Unfortunately, don't have time to study them completely. But all right, let's arm this. I want to get attached, at least attached. I want to show these whippersnapper tourists what actual space flight in deep space is all about. This is what we're here for. I should have brought a refueling mission. Actually, I don't have the access to that technology. That's beyond me. Oh, hey, don't do this. There we go. Okay. Whoa, I thought we were in trouble there. If you go back and watch that, I clipped the side of the asteroid. Wait. Disarm. Ooh, we're gonna let that go. We're just gonna not that. Anyway. Just getting out of the way of this rapidly spinning asteroid. Okay, so what happened, I knocked it with my nose, but not hard enough to engage the claw. It started spinning, so I had to turn the claw into the face of the asteroid. It grabbed it, but then set up a horrible oscillation, sending my whole craft spinning, and I had to let go as quick as possible. That was actually really scary. I've got to be honest. I didn't want to kill my Kerbals. That would have been bad. All right, so the mission accomplished. The only thing we need to do now is to bring these tourists home. Can we do this? Can we bring tourists home? Are we going to be able to not kill people? Brighten the image. I can't do it during stream, man. Sorry. It's not a thing I can do. All right, let's bring this down. Let's bring this down. We're probably going to end up having a whole bunch of extra fuel that we could have used on the asteroid, but we're not about to smash into the asteroid, are we? No. Okay, that would have been hilarious, but also not. 1.5 kilometers of fuel to burn. I reckon we could probably land somewhere near the KSC, but I'm not going to. Let's be honest. We're just gonna bring ourselves back in as easy a route as possible so that we can just earn this money. Give it to me. We are a commercial program. We need to keep ourselves afloat. Actually, we need to upgrade our science center. That's what we're actually trying to do. Keeping ourselves afloat is one thing, but keeping the science flowing. Okay, am I going to be able to not die at 45 kilometers? Is that a thing? I think that's a thing. Can I create an alarm? You know what? We don't need an alarm for this. It is time until the next thing we need to do. So I'm gonna warp here. I've got enough. Hey, camera. I've got enough parachutes to see us through the entry, but do I have enough heat resistance? That is the question. That is the question. Okay, so far so good. We're not dying because I managed to warp into the atmosphere. So that's happened a couple of times in the past. Finding yourself suddenly going 3.5 kilometers per second at 40 kilometers in the atmosphere. It's not great. It's happened a couple of times. Right, in case everybody passes out, I'm going to fire the parachutes because we got brand new. Wait, brand new Burbles. Look at this man's style. Oh my gosh, I did not realise. Hang about. Oh, how could I? There's Burbles Hadfield right there. Yes. So these are the tourists back here. These guys are having a whale of a time, loving life and everything that comes with it. Burbles up the front. Can we aim camera? Is that? Yes. Burbles at the front here, doing the business that needs to be done. Yes. Okay, let's not turn that on. I do need to reset the camera though. It's here, so you know what? I'm just gonna do that. All right, so I didn't deploy my solar panels at any point. Who needed them, eh? Oh, what's happened here? Look, my layers are rendering in the wrong order. Normally, this renders on top of that. Oh, that's not very helpful. I like to be able to see the center of the X to line up this dot with the center. That's fine. I should be able to, I could predict where the circle belongs, right? That's not the hard part. I kind of feel like I could just slam on the brakes. All right, this is not going to be hard to just slam on some brakes and stop here. We are in the Badlands. I mean, like who even lives here? But at the same time, I could stop over there. It's quite flat. Check mine cord. I will in a bit. Streaming at the moment. Well, I mean, what's okay? Hype. Yeah, that's a lot of pictures though. That's a lot of pictures though. Looks good. Looks good. Okay, are we able to keep this straight? I don't know. If I had left it alone, it probably would have been fine. Yeah, we're like nearly 3 kilometers per second. We're in plasma blackout, so we have no way of talking to mission control, but that's no problem. We've got a pilot on board. Anything we need to talk to mission control for, pilot has us covered. This guy's got quite a bit of G endurance actually. 1.3 pretty much normal G, 5.8 G sustainable. That's amazing. That's actually wow. That's something to talk about. I think I can probably sustain a maximum of like 3.5 Gs, something like that. I know I'm really bad at it. When I was younger, one of my... So you know those machines that spin the whole room around and you stick on the wall because of centrifugal force, right? And they take the floor out from under you. I'm fairly sure, I don't know for certain, but I'm fairly sure the first time I ever went on one of those, I must have blacked out because it started and then it stopped. I didn't remember anything in between. I've been on them since, and I know that the experience should have been more full than it was the first time. I think I am just going to land. Let's burn this cheater engine. Oh, do you reckon I can? What's on the other side? Yeah. I mean that is equatorial, but I think I'm just going to keep going. Oh, can this time we crash in the? Oh, look at that! Oh, it's close. It's close. I'm gonna go with that. Oh, it's drifting as the heat is taking part of my the drag. Sorry, SpongeBob. Aha. Whew. All right. Okay. This is good. This is good. We are returning fine. Let's warp through here, man. This is a thing. Waiting for the atmosphere to release us so that we can speed back up to full speed and crash where we choose to crash. I won't have this random spin of the planet telling me where I can and cannot land. I'm gonna take control of mine and my Kerbal's destinies. and do our best to land where we want it. Look at this. I always do like these small... What is this? Oh, it's a probe. Okay. We should try and figure out what's up with that. We'll bring that back. Okay. There's a lot of random stuff in orbit of Kerbal. I need to spend many streams just going around and picking back up and bringing it out of orbit and cleaning up my general save file. Okay, re-entry is... This is something. I should have been doing this like... Oh, no, I pressed F3. Like this, like that. That's a picture right there, isn't it? Oh, loading. Loading. We have loaded. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Okay, re-entry. I still can't get over the weird rendering on the nav ball. I am not going to make it halfway around the planet. Yeah, look at that. It's already brought it back. That's a big shame. That's not where... it turns out that the spinning of the planet would tell me where to go. That's rubbish. That's right. We're going to make our own decision now and just stop here. You can't tell me what to do. I mean, you can, but I'm gonna pretend like you can't tell me what to do. When the heat starts, I'm gonna burn the engine. I think that's the easy way of doing it, right? Okay, here's some heat. Burn that engine. So if I follow the X, I'll be getting rid of both my sideways and my up and down velocity, right? And I'll be getting rid of this one as well. But I want to go down as fast as I can, right? That's a general goal in life. So I want to try and keep my nose maybe even just a little bit below the horizon, so that the rocket is taking out my X velocity, but not my Y velocity. It's one of the more surprising things. So when you're doing what I would call basic science, doing equations of motions and stuff like that, Newton's laws and stuff. It's quite weird how your side to side and your up and down motion can be dealt with entirely separate. Like we are literally taught in mechanics, in Mechanics 1 or whatever, that you treat the two separately. They happen at the same time, and you can get information about one from the other, but via time and acceleration. But generally, if you push something upwards, it doesn't change how it falls down, sideways, right? If you're pushing something forwards, it doesn't really stop it hitting the floor. Have you seen the experiments where they fire a bullet out of a gun and let go of the whole thing at once, and the bullet that's traveling like however fast bullets travel will hit the floor at the same rate as the gun that was let go, it's because they're both experiencing the up and down gravity at the same rate. It doesn't matter how fast you're moving sideways, right? Okay, I'm hoping that we can not kill everyone here. I'll be honest, my tourism program doesn't have the best track record, and I'm looking at my speeds thinking that this is crazy fast for 3 kilometers up. I'm wiggling for all I'm worth. Look at those G-forces going up and down, but Burbles is like, it's okay, I can handle it. If we can hit 2.5, there we go, beautiful. The parachutes will fire. I was scared there. Oh, we made all the Kerbals pass out. You'll be good. Thank you very much. AA2C, welcome. I'm going to go with AA2C. If you have a better way of saying your name, AA2C. I mean, that AA is a bit awkward, got to be honest. Anti-air to climate, maybe? I don't know. Let's all guess at the acronym there. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. We have been streaming for about 2 hours now. About 2 hours now. We're bringing tourists back from a visit to an asteroid, which we should make a fair amount of money on. And we've got tourists on the way up to Minmus right now. And that's it. Those are the 2 missions we have on the go. Don't hit the water too fast. I don't even know if that's a bug that still exists in the game. It used to be that if you hit the water at ×4, it would just like absolutely destroy your craft. I can't roll this over. Yeah, there we go. Let's not be so. There we go. Beautiful. Hey guys, how you doing? Nice to see you. Recover that vessel. It was a bot-generated name from years ago. Kind of kept it. All right, cool. I mean, it's great. I like it. I mean, yeah. No, there's so many things that can be names now. I'm always. Yeah, I just love them. I love all names. What was it Elon called his kid? that one was particular. But the thing, he wanted just to pronounce it like a normal name, just spelt weird. I was like, nah, that's not the way. Burbles, advanced to level 1. That's nice. Also got a whole bunch of Final Frontier flags. Now, these are things that all my Kerbals earn, but most of my Kerbals haven't done like new missions for a while, like with Splashdown ribbon, landed on Kerbin ribbon, G-Force ribbon, Mach 2 ribbon, stuff like that. What have we got? Docking. Oh, we docked with the asteroid. Nice. Okay, it counts that. Fast orbit, awarded for less than 250 seconds in orbit. Oh, into orbit. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm not pretty quick into orbit. It has to be said. Okay, this is good. I like that. On with the next mission. Moving on. Oh wait, I've got a flask of tea here because I need caffeine right now, obviously. Okay, if we scroll to the end of my prestigious list of stuff here, bangs. Oh, it reset the asteroid to the bottom of the list because we docked and. Okay, Bang Zoom 2. Anyway, we are here. We are changing to Minmus, the smallest of the moon. No, it's not the smallest. Gilly's the smallest of the moon. It's the smallest of Kerbin's moons. We really do need to go to Gilly more often and just do some crazy low gravity stuff. There's all sorts of things that you can do on Gilly that you can't do anywhere else. Like run with a Kerbal and get into orbit. Like that's silly. I'm not sure if you can actually run, but like you could definitely do it with a rover. You know. Have you guys seen Stratton Blitzen's latest? No, wait, it wasn't. Stratton Blitzen did the bridge, and then someone else did the super tall tower. I've learnt the technology for that. I'm very interested to know whether I can build something at Gilly using that. But that's like an actual. Like I'd actually have to put some actual science into it and think about how things actually work. Like it wouldn't be just one of these random streams where I'm like, yeah, let's just fire a rocket to Minmus and be good. There would be some serious consideration would have to go into that sort of thing. Okay, we're about to change sphere of influence somewhere around here. There's Kerbin and the Mun. That means the Minmus is here somewhere. There it is. Towards the moon. Towards the sun. Towards the moon. Hey, look at the bright moon over here. Okay, delete that and close. So they just want to land on Minmus. What's the poll saying? The poll is saying that we're going to the polls. All right, thank you very much for all 17 of you that took part. Guys, thank you. Okay, so actually we're kind of set up for it. It's not too bad. I think from here I will add a maneuver. We'll just kind of kick it over. Ooh, a bit more like this. Yeah, look at that. That only cost me 90 meters per second. If I come across to my maneuver node over here in the graphical maneuver editor. No, maneuver node over here. And why won't you let me... What is going on? Why won't you let me click the thing? Kerbal, please. Oh, we have a glitched game today. What is going on with this? Okay, North Pole, South. I think... I mean, North Pole's the easy option, right? Let's... I don't even know if we've been to the North Pole before. Does the North and South Pole have the same biome? I don't know. I actually don't know. Okay, how do I put this? There we go, right where I want it to be. Is that too much of a direct landing? I think that might be too much of a direct landing. Okay, that's the maneuver we're doing. We can make this happen very simply. I come over, I point at this little blue marker over here, and we wait 2 minutes because that's the way of space travel. Space is not just about being at the right place, but you got to be there at the right time. Yeah, if you think about it, things are in orbit, right? You can be anywhere on that circle, but if you're not on that circle at the right point at the right time, you are not at the same place as the planet. Yeah? And then make that 3D, and boom, you got just a whole of space, right? Crazy times. Okay, let us... Yeah, let's just do the move. Pointed in roughly the right direction. I'll take it. I will take it. There used to be a, I'm going to call him an orbital dynamicist at NASA that was in charge of a lot of the space missions. Pioneers, and I think he even had something to do with the Voyagers and stuff like that. Unfortunately, I forget the name. But he was pretty good at the job he was doing, right? And he would make little flybys and stuff happen for his friends' birthdays. Like, could you imagine how great that would be? Just suddenly, like, oh, by the way, mate, for your birthday, I've made the Curiosity Land. I've got the Curiosity Lander to land on your birthday. Like, I would lose my proverbials, you know, like that would be amazing. I mean that's better than, oh, I named a star after you, you know, like, and I'm not talking about the catalogue of stars, you know, I'm talking about an astronomer has actually gone, I found this weird thing and I've named it after you. I don't know, that might be better. Would you rather have the landing of a historic space flight land on your birthday, or would you prefer to have a weird astronomical thing named after you? I'm not sure, actually. Now that I've put those into words, I think I'd prefer the weird. I'm going to change my mind every second about that one. I think. I think that's a real head scratcher there. We should really be watching our fuel consumption, right? That's something we need to make sure we don't mess up on this time. Normally the booster. Normally this is a thing we need to do with boosters, is watch the outside fuel tank. But I've only got radial decouplers here. There's no fuel lines. You might notice no yellow lines. So it's all done by fuel priority, which means I myself need to make sure that I drop these at the right time, because we don't have any yellow line to tell us. There's no landing gear. I mean, that's no problem. We're on Minmus, but I'm fairly sure I made this a lander. Like, absolutely no problem at all. That is not an issue. But wow. Okay. Are we like at the north? We're focused on Minmus right now. Excuse me. Focused on Minmus right now. There's Equator. This is as north as we get. I'm gonna say there. So if I move back a little bit, add the maneuver, re-evaluate my view, and we're going to land like that. Does that look to be... Oh, let's go! I was going to ask you if you think that looked like it was a good landing, but you know what? We're going to go with it anyway. Of course it's a good landing. To be fair, oh man, I would have to mess up pretty hard to mess up a landing on Minmus now. I'm not sure. I'd have to be trying to do ion engines with a ridiculous fuel tank, or something like, or trying to land a Mark II fuel tank on this LV909. That might be. I wish I could remember that it's called the Terrier. For some reason, the 909 is just stuck in my head. That's a great name, 909. Okay, I brought ourselves almost to a standstill here. Look at this. Let's just let this play out like that. Look at that. Oh, I think that's about as North Pole as you get, right? I would like to have done... Oh, wait. One of the mods that I do have installed all the way down at the bottom here is the ScanSat mods. Now, I love this, mainly... Oh, look! Oh, I'm so close! So is this not scanned? Wait, have I missed a bit? Why is it grey? Okay, so let's try and do something to make this better. If I turn over this way, I want surface. Push that almost all the way over there. Watch this little blue line. Yeah, we're going north, guys. We're going to hit the North Pole if at all possible. Like that. Okay, I think that's it. If this is on the north-south line, yeah, there we go. I could probably go even further, right? Let's get that right there. Okay, great. Now all I've got to do is stop at the right time. Okay, it's going to take a while like this. I think it's time to hit some more time accelerate. I mean, how close can I get until it tells me it's too far? Okay, we drifted a little bit. I'm not after that much drift. Let's try and push back. Look at the camera spinning. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Normally I mute, but that one just kind of crept up on me. I think we can get to the point where we're just going to start plummeting. Do you guys feel like we're as north as we can get? I feel like we're as north as we can get. Let's bring it down just a little bit more. About there. Is that it? Is that what we want? That is exactly what we want. All right, coming in for a landing, assuming the landing position. Yeah, that's got to be north, like north. See how these guys are doing here. Taurus at the back. Harden crew member. Where's my aim camera? Up the front here. I can't quite see this one. So I forgot about that. Yeah, it shows up down the hill. Win, unfortunately. Sat inside the top of this bottom module. I mean, yeah, I probably shouldn't have used the part clipping quite so severely. But if I turn this off, look how good it looks. Can't tell. Ooh, wait. Screenshot time. There we go. Nice. That's what we're talking about. Check my Steam page if you want to see that screenshot later on. I always feel like Steam does a very bad job of doing the whole friends and followers thing, right? So, believe it or not, I've got 1 or 2 friends on Steam. I know, crazy to think that I've got friends. And they do a lot of stuff. They play a lot of games. They make a lot of achievements and stuff like this. And I never see it. Even if I'm playing the same game, it's hard to know what they're doing, you know? Thought I was going to be coming in far too hard for a moment there. 100 meters to go. Let's try and bring these two down to 0 at the same time. Maybe dropping our altitude a little bit quicker than our speed. Where's the floor? Where's the floor? 10 meters. Oh, here we go. Boom! Landing. Nice. Oh, Felmo, I literally that popped up just as I touched down. Hillwind is being consumed by an anomaly that crept onto the vessel. Only sweet release of death could extinguish her pain. I feel sorry for my friends on Steam because I use Content Manager, which means every time I launch a race, they get a notification. Yeah, I've changed all my notification settings. Because right now I don't need things popping up. Right, that's not a thing that needs to happen. Anyway, we did this. Bam, landed on Mimus. Now the only thing we need to do is recover this craft. I think we can do that nice and easy. Do you guys think we can do that? Which way do I need to fly? How do I make sure I'm going east? Is it east? How do I set a waypoint at the right place? Okay, I'm gonna use one of my mods here a little bit. I think actually Kerbal comes with this now. But the waypoint manager is something I can do here. If I put this one, just set that. No, that's not where I want to be. So the reason I'm doing this is because Minmus is going around in a big circle around Kerbin, right? And to get back to Kerbin, I need to get rid of the speed that Minmus gives me. And from the North Pole, that is going in that direction, right? If I just turn that way and keep going, I can slow down, right? So I need to try and figure out which waypoint to go towards. That one there. So if I delete that, and we just head towards this one to begin with, and then I'll delete that later on as well. Like I said, I think Kerbal now has a waypoint manager to do that for you. I'm going to quick save, actually. Cannot quick save while I'm about to crash. Well, thanks very much, but I don't think I'm about to crash. Is that better? Okay. I was expecting a little actual game crash there for a moment. There it is. Okay, we're going that way. How can you tell that, the Kerbals are from my space program? I mean, look at this skill. Can your Kerbals do this? Okay, sideways from Kerbin. We're just going that way. We just going. Gonna have to fight the force of gravity here, but that's what rockets do, yo. That is exactly what rockets do. Our cam lock to locate. That's good. Just fly left whilst looking at it. Good choice. Good choice. Okay, what we got over here? Yeah, zoom out. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How twisted are we? You know what? That's good. That's good. I will take that for now. We'll do a little bit of correction when we get out of here. Maybe even down here. I don't know. Because obviously we're going to have to slow down just a little bit to get captured in the atmosphere. But I might just try and slow down without direct aero braking, because I'm fairly sure I'm going to burn and die else. I mean, that maneuver is now set up for a 13-kilometer dive, so that would definitely kill my Kerbal, so we'll try not to do that. Pikes Peak Run is uploaded. Nice. That took some time. Would it be more efficient if you burn towards Kerbin? No. Because all you would do... so, with the Minmus going around in a circle, right? You've got the same speed as Minmus. Yeah, if you're landed on the surface, you might as well say you are orbiting the same as Minmus, right? So if I just burnt inwards, all that would happen is this circle would pivot where I am. The circle would stay the same side, but this side would come closer, and that side would go further away. And that's all that would happen. The actual circle itself wouldn't change size if you had done the perfect inward burn. Obviously, you won't do a perfect one, so it will change a little bit inside. But not normal, like imperfect. So assume a spherical orbit, right? That's why we're always burning prograde or retrograde, because that's how you change the size of the circle. By going forwards or backwards, you pull this one in or out. Yeah. So forwards and backwards pulls the other side in or out. Inwards or outwards moves the 90 degrees up and down, and then of course the inclination changes your pitch, your skew. Is that all the directions? I think so. I'm petting your cat, but she ran off. Oh, there's Minnook. Hello, how are you doing? That's one of my original stations. Again, we should come and deorbit a lot of this stuff at some point, right? That's definitely a thing we need to do. Okay, looking at Minmus, despite the fact that we are this craft over here. Okay, let's go through all our targets here. Bang zoom, nice. Actually, so we're currently on a fairly nice orbit. Let's just get rid of that and let's right click to see our periaps. I'm gonna bring this down to just grazing the orbit. 60, 70, something like that. Just grazing the atmosphere, sorry. 66 sounds great, because by the time I get down there, I'm going to be moving at 3 or 4 kilometers, 3 or 4 kilometers per second, which is a pretty crazy amount of time. Pretty crazy speed, sorry. The voyage is nearly ready to go. The voyage is ready to go. How long has this save been running? In Kerbal terms, a decade. In my terms, about 6 months. 2 hours a week, every Tuesday. Hey. Let's do the time warp again. We're also full of old people here who will make time warp references. And most people are like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I was like, yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's warp down. Let's go do it. Right, as normal, this re-entry burn comes with the caveat that I am bad at keeping my tourists alive. I'm sorry, Subs, I'm not going to sing the whole of the time warp. Maybe we'll do a lyric each time we time warp next week. I'll try and remember. I wonder if people will even notice. Yeah, I'm normally very bad. I think at least early game I kill as many tourists as I save. Now, obviously, we're not early game now, but I do have that legacy behind me. I'm just gonna burn fuel now. I think that's something we can get away with. Ideally, I'm bringing these tanks back with me, so I might not even. Oh, wait a minute. There's no extra fuel in here. I thought I had an extra fuel tank here. Oh, if I drop these tanks, I'm done for. Okay. Alright. I mean, that's fun, yo. I'm glad I've noticed that before. Where's the little fuel tank that lives in between these two? I normally have the smallest fuel tank there, so that we could just do last-second maneuvers with the smallest craft. Like that. One of the things, if you've not done it, that I highly, highly recommend is try and make the smallest craft possible. You'll be amazed at how far it can travel when you get it out of the atmosphere. As long as it's already in orbit of something, it will astound you. I know I was, at least, anyway. I think it's more of a Kerbal specific thing. Right? I know that CubeSats are a thing, and because they're small, you can get a high-powered engine. But because Kerbal just has these engines that you can bolt onto anything, you can take something that's designed for a really big craft and put it on a really tiny craft. Well, you can't do that in real life. And Kerbal, you just go nuts. Go nuts. Oh, hello. There goes our little cross of landing. Where does it think? Where does it think? Where does it think? I mean, where's going to be good? I might just stop soon and change my... I mean, we're back in orbit, so yeah. Something like that. A spaceport, Kerbal's Vessel and Science. I could show you Cafe Addiction. That was the first one that we had of those. Add maneuver. We then had the bakery. Unfortunately, the bakery... As a giant... I say a giant. It was a ring station that... didn't do well at holding itself together. Didn't do well at tying itself together. Okay, we are going to be out of fuel soon. That's unfortunate. Middle of the Void is off. It's good to see you. Good to see you. Catch you around. Just astounding. Time is fleeting. No, I can't. I feel bad. I kind of... How do people feel about streamers that just suddenly break out in song? Like, some of them are alright, some of them are not. And I don't mean, like, just suddenly are, like, stage showing their way through their stream, right? Like, they're sat there, they're like, I don't know what to talk about, and then they just start singing whatever the latest pop tune is. Nah, maybe not the pop tune. You did this too. Fair enough, Tom. Fair enough. The Kraken takes control. Oh, that's good. That's good. Can we do a whole... is this something we're going to do? We should figure out a whole set of parody lyrics for the Time Warp and Kerbal, right? Like, it's there. It's ready to be done. I could put the music video together. That's within my power. All right, coming in for our final approach here. We're going to land actually pretty close to where we want to be. I was a little surprised at that. Due to the huge amount of surface area that we have on the bottom of this craft, we should be decelerating pretty quickly. I'm saying that as my speed is increasing, but we're in the very, very upper reaches of the atmosphere here. The blueness of the bar, if you will, shows you how deep. How thick the atmosphere is. All the way down here, very thick atmosphere. All the way up here, not so thick. One of the things I did learn in my physics class was something called scale height. I'm not going to go into the details, but it's how, like, you get something like the atmosphere, where it's pushing on itself, so it makes the bottom denser than the top, in a weird way. But did you know that so the atmosphere goes up, say 100 kilometers? I know we can argue about that for as long as you want, but let's say the atmosphere goes up to 100 kilometers, the Kármán line, and so let's say at the Kármán line there is 99% of the atmosphere underneath you, right? Call it 100 if you want, but there is enough of the atmosphere underneath you to call it all the atmosphere. If you go to Everest, 10 kilometers, it's only a tenth of the way out, yeah, you've got something like 85% of the atmosphere under you. I can't remember the exact number now. It might even be 90. It was a huge number. Like, you had more, like, so much more of the atmosphere underneath you than above you, only a tenth of the way up the atmosphere. Like, I was, and it's still thin enough to try and kill us at that point, you know. Like, okay, I don't want to do any of these stagings. These are horrible. Let's just actually just fire the deploy shoot and deploy shoot. Okay, great. Let's get rid of that aero force. That's a hangover from taking some screenshots there. Okay, we should be able to hit the floor relatively. We're already down to a slow enough speed that we're not really gonna worry about it. I don't know why it's yellow. Why are these yellow? These should be any less than 250 meters per second. Should be just normal grey. I don't like that. I don't like that. That makes me worry a lot. If we try and get more drag on the craft by putting it in angles that it wasn't designed to do. Open now. There, okay, we're good. By KSV, your tanks are completely aerodynamic because of the little aerodynamic cones around. Yeah. That's it. This is why I am totally like aerodynamics is over it. The thing that would have given the most drag would have been the Clampertron up here, because there's an unconnected node. Right, that's it. Everest is close to 30. I've hiked to 10 kilometers relative to these. You've got most of the atmosphere there. Yeah, 8.8 kilometers here. Let me copy that. That's the height of Everest. Less than 10 kilometers. Maybe you're thinking of miles, something like that. Yeah. No, I had to go look that up, but yeah, it was fair. Everest is it's less than 10. I had to check. by all means, every time you think I've got something wrong, though, do shout at me. I will go and double check that. Like I am not infallible, especially on streams. If I've said something in a video, I've normally double checked it afterwards and done a little dub over or whatever. But in a stream, I'm generally just pulling things that I can remember out for you people. I, of course, more than happy to do so. One of the reasons why I'm often learning all of this stuff, because I really enjoy sharing it. It's like, yeah, any smart person likes showing off how smart they are, right? Yeah, I'm not sure about. To be honest, Felmagfer, sorry. I really want to call you Felmonger every time I see it. I don't know why those tanks blew up there. That was kind of annoying. Okay, we have earned ourselves a whole bunch of science. We have got ourselves some tourists, but he'll win. Low gravity landing. Okay, landed on Minmus and passenger ribbon. Passenger ribbon. I can speak. Oh my gosh, we've been. Well, anyway. I'm going to do the thing that we've been working towards for like so long now. Weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. We did it. We have upgraded our research and development to level 3. We've only got 690,000 left, but this now means... we can go things like... Where's my nukes? Oh no, we had nukes already. Where's this... Experimental sciences. Look at this large holding tank. Look at the narrowband scanner. We can get the mining on the go. Oh, do you guys want to do some mining at some point? Do you really? Because I sure do. But I'm afraid with that, I have to say thank you very much for joining me for this adventure, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you guys next week, where we're going to do something along those lines. I don't know exactly what we're going to do. We also have the Indigo Voyage up here. It's ready to go in 21 days. One more Minmus mission, and that will be on us before we know what's going on. So I will see you then. When we're gonna do that. Bye!